Hey guys, Anthony and Rose. We are here at the Cheval Winery in Escondido, California, and it is Two-Step and Tuesday. All right, so we're just finishing up our first leg of our boot camp world tour. And so we're gonna show you guys the material that we covered here. We had 3 boot camps, 3 two-step boot camps. So we're gonna kind of review that material. And for those of you who weren't able to make it, you missed out. So we're gonna show you guys the awesome stuff that we did. So stick around. All right, so today we're gonna break down the basically 90% of everything you're ever gonna do in two-step contained within one instructional video. We're gonna sink it, just stretch it all into one space. And by the way, if you guys have not done so already, there's a button down here for subscribe. We post a lot of two-step, a lot of West Coast swing, a lot of the other country dances. So you don't wanna miss all the awesome stuff. So just click that subscribe button, hit the little bell button so you'll be notified when all the cool stuff happens. So we're gonna demonstrate the pattern and then we're gonna break it down. All right, so here's the sequence that we're gonna teach as a basic. It's the foundation of 90% of everything you're gonna do. So we're gonna do rhythmical walking with her walking backwards. She turns 1.5 turns to the right facing forward and 1.5 turns to the left, and she'll end up facing backwards. So from that, we're gonna break that down in just a moment, but we can do lots and lots of variations. 1.5 turns to the right facing forward, 1.5 turns to the left and she faces backwards. 1.5 turns facing forward, 1.5 turns finishes facing backwards. 1.5 turns to the right facing forward, 1.5 turns to the left facing backwards. And so from that sequence, the stuff we're teaching you guys today, promise you, if you guys master this, you'll be good to go because it's 90% of everything you're gonna do. So really take the time to watch this video here in Escondido, California. This winery is beautiful, by the way. And so we did bring a little bit of the Texas weather with us. It's been pretty warm, but it's been really nice, fabulous here today. So let's break this down. All right, so this is gonna be a brief overview of the 3 patterns you need to know. And now along the way, as we teach one, there's gonna be a little card that pops up here in the corner, and then you'll be able to get bigger detail on those things. So the first thing we have is the basic step of quick, quick, slow, slow. We teach the two-step with the feet constantly passing. Again, that's quick, quick, slow, slow. Now the second thing that we can do is we can turn her to the right. Now when she turns to the right, she has, or when she turns to the left, she's gonna turn 1.5 times. That means in this turn, she's facing me. She's gonna turn 1.5 turns to the right and she's gonna end up facing in the opposite direction. And in this example, we're gonna have her finish facing in what we call promenade position. So we're gonna go quick, quick, slow, slow from the basic. And then we turn her 1.5 turns over her head as I get up next to her for quick, quick, slow, slow. So let me show you that from this angle. I'm behind her in the beginning and we'll dance quick, quick, slow, slow. And then from that point, I take that hand over her head. I've got to get myself up next to her for quick, quick, slow, and slow. So this is called promenade. We don't stick the hand out like we're dancing tango. We don't put a rose between our teeth, all that stuff, but that is called promenade position. So that is the easiest way to do the right turn, just one of many. So we have quick, quick, slow, slow. Then she's gonna turn 1.5 turns to the right as we dance quick, quick, slow, and slow. Now from here, we could walk her forward again if we wanted to, and we could dance quick, quick, slow. So notice we are on opposite feet. She's starting with her right, I'm starting with my left. Then we turn her from the promenade position for a left turn. She's turning 1.5 turns to the left. I'm staying in place for quick, quick, slow, slow. To lead that turn from that position, if I'm in promenade, we're forward on the inside foot. I'm taking this hand into that spot as I rotate her towards me. So I'm gonna dance her for quick, quick, slow, slow, and that is the left turn. Again, there's a video for that. So what we have up to this point is the basic step, quick, quick, slow, slow. We can turn her to the right as I get up next to her for quick, quick, slow, slow. We're both facing forward. We could or could not walk, but from here, this point, I'm gonna hang back for quick, quick, slow, slow. Now, believe it or not, this sequence If you learn this and you learn it well and really know the follow and the lead part and really get all the working pieces by watching these videos we're posting here, then this is going to be 90% of everything. I can't say that two-step, I wouldn't say that two-step is the easiest of the dances.
No.
But what I would say, it is definitely one of the simplest concepts of all the dances, because 90% of what you're going to dance is one of these three patterns: rhythmical walking, turning her 1.5 turns to the right, or turning her 1.5 turns to the left, okay? Now there's a lot of different hand changes, so if you go back through our syllabus, the videos here is going to give you that playlist. Everything is going to be one of those three things. So you have rhythmical walking. Here's what you've done. You turn her 1.5 turns to the right. We finish in promenade position, and then you can turn her 1.5 turns to the left to end up back into facing each other. From that, there's also a pattern called the sweetheart, which is quick, quick, slow, slow. And now I'm going to lead her 1.5 turns to the right. I've switched hands, and then I can send her back out. That's exactly the same footwork that we just did a minute ago. So watch this again. So if I'm coming towards you, what we did originally was the walk, then we turn her 1.5 turns to the right, we're both facing forward, 1.5 turns to the left, and she's facing me. So we'll do that again, but watch how we switch hands. Same step for her, same step for me, exactly identical. Quick, quick, slow, slow. I'm just switching hands and sending her out. Her step, my step, exactly the same. Now, there's another video called, or another pattern called a shoulder catch, and I'm going to show you that real quick. Again, her step, my step, exactly the same thing. So we have quick, quick, slow, slow. She turns 1.5 turns to the right and finishes facing forward. I just catch her shoulder. Now I'm turning her 1.5 turns to the left, and she ends up facing back. Exactly the same. If you were to watch this from the waist down, no different, okay? Exactly the same. Now there's a lot of times when we might finish a pattern, we might end up in a different handhold. So there's another pattern called alternating underarm turns, where we would just go quick, quick, slow, slow. Instead of raising my left hand, I raise the right hand, I get up next to her, she's facing forward, and then I free spin her out, quick, quick, slow, slow. Exactly the same step, right? We could obviously repeat that over and over and just do that over and over while we switch hands. Quick, quick, slow, slow. I'm getting up next to her. I'm just taking that hand, then turn her to the left. I take that right hand again. She's facing forward, and now she's facing back. I could have her facing forward. We do that shoulder catch, then we're back. I turn her back to the right. We get into that sweetheart, and then I give her that free spin. Now, here's the thing I'm going to tell you. If you guys learn these three patterns, watch these videos and really get it. And what I mean by get it is know it to where if I were to wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and ask you what your footwork is or what that step is for that left or right turn, you just say that thing. That's when two-step is going to become the simplest thing you've ever learned. People just make it more complicated than it actually is. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us here on our channel. This whole thing is new for us. We're loving this view here in Escondido in Southern California. We've been to San Diego, we've been to Temecula, we've kind of been to LA, we've kind of been all over. Loving this. Next stop is Dallas, and then we're going to be in the Northeast and like the DC area. We hope to hit Orlando. So we've got a lot of these boot camps coming up, so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of videos here on this channel where we actually kind of recap our boot camps and our dancing and everything we've done. So we want to say thank you to all the people here in California that really welcomed us. It's been such an awesome trip for us. But thank you guys so much for following. This has been a unique experience for us, and just having you guys supporting us, so we really appreciate that. So stick around, we've got a lot more things to do, or you can click on one of these videos we're getting ready to show you guys and join us for the next one. Thank you guys so much.